What's up, guys? We are back with another one. I keep hearing the same thing in my chat group, in my comments, everything. People keep saying it's miner season, and I completely agree. Anytime we go through a wave where popular miner comes back with a version 2 or just a new one pops up that gets a lot of traction, inevitably you're going to get a lot of forks of that miner protocol. So you guys saw a couple weeks ago, Baked Beans popped up. The version 2 is new and improved, and I've been loving that one because it pays me out in BNB. Shortly after that, Dollar Beans popped up, and I love that one because it pays me out in BUSD. But since then, I've seen really no reason to get into any other forks because I'm already generating stuff on the Binance Smart Chain. I've got the BNB and BUSD covered. But then this one popped up and got me interested, and here's why. Besides some other small differences with the percentages and whatnot, Purple Beans runs on the Polygon network. And your rewards, of course, are generated in MATIC. Now, I've been kicking myself since the last bull run for not hanging on to MATIC. I got a little baby bag, didn't really take profits. Let's take a look at MATIC real quick. So here's the chart. A couple years ago, it was like a penny, and then it rallied all the way up to $3. So that would have been an incredible like 3000x, I think. MATIC dipped down to about 38 cents in June of last year, and now it's rallied all the way up back up to 98. And part of the reason is the partnerships that they're starting to line up. During the bear market, I think a lot of these smaller cryptos are going to get laid to waste, but I do not think MATIC is one of them. I'm super bullish on MATIC in the long term. I truly think that we're going to hit $10 to $20 MATIC in the bull run, possibly more if they keep racking up these partnerships. For one, what I like about it is it's low gas fees, super low gas fees. When I just deposited my money into Purple Beans, I think it cost me like 2 cents. So even lower than the Binance Smart Chain, significantly lower than anything on Ethereum or ERC20. And not only are those fees low, but it is super, super fast. I don't transact a lot with MATIC, but I want to get better at it. Recently, my only recent real purchase with MATIC was I bought Crypto Richie's like degen tracker from OpenSea. So he has those listed for ETH on Polygon. That way the fees are much lower. Anyway, when we dipped down super hard, I wasn't sure about MATIC. I think that it has a chance to come back. But as soon as all these partnerships started coming out, I realized it's here to stay. We're talking about like multi-billion-dollar companies. The main one that you hear about in the news a lot is Starbucks partnered with Polygon to do their Odyssey Web3 experience or something like that. And that includes their new loyalty system that I think is in beta. But they're also partnered with other big names like Adidas, Adobe, Meta, and there's like a dozen others. So to me, if these multi-billion-dollar companies are investing in the infrastructure of Polygon, then not only do I think it's going to be around for a long time, but I also think it's going to like 10x, 20x. So if I can get these tokens at under $1 right now, and then throw them into a miner to maybe double or triple up that stake, then I'm interested. So that's what piqued my interest. What's so funny about this is I've been looking at Polygon for the last couple of days. I knew this fork was coming out, and it literally just launched a few minutes ago. So you guys know me, I like to get on a day one if I can to give myself the highest likelihood to profit. But this morning as I was working, I noticed my man, Mike the Investor, posted a video about it. Let me see if I can find his channel. There we go. So he posted about it too. He likes it. Basically made a video of 5 reasons why Polygon's future looks bright. In the video, of course, he lists his 5 top reasons, and a lot of those reasons are reasons that I'm a bit bullish on MATIC. But anyway, let me link this video down below. Go check it out. If you aren't following Mike, please go follow him. Let's show him some love, but that was a really good video. And I don't know if I'm out here looking for confirmation bias, but that video landed in my lap. I've been feeling pretty good about MATIC for the last couple months. A couple months ago, I started hearing Crypto Wendy talk about it again. I decided to add a little bit to my bag that's in cold storage, but this is just an opportunity to keep me a little more active with it. So back over to Purple Beans, pretty simple, Baked Beans 2 fork. Before I go any further, there is risk involved with any crypto investment, and really any investment for that matter, but there is more risk, I would think, in the crypto world and even more so in the DeFi space. So be aware that you can make good money with these investments. You can also lose money. It is your responsibility to make that decision. If I put money into this protocol and I lose money, I will not be blaming the person that told me about it. I know that there's risks. So hopefully you guys understand that too. It's never guaranteed in this space. You're never guaranteed to make money on any investment ever. You are literally taking a risk with your capital in return for the possibility of you making additional capital. So all the standard stuff, not financial advice. There's risk here. Don't get in if you're not interested in gambling. You do whatever you want with your own money. This is what I'm doing with my money because like I just said, I want to see if I can generate more MATIC because I personally think this is a 10 or 20x in the next bull run. All right, that's out of the way. Now, most of you guys that follow my channel do a lot on the Binance Smart Chain. This is not on the Binance Smart Chain, obviously. This is on Polygon. So in order to get into this one, you're gonna need to do a couple things. You're gonna have to add the Polygon mainnet to your MetaMask, and then you're also gonna have to actually buy some MATIC. So it's super simple to add it to your MetaMask. Here's the wallet I'm using for this one. All you got to do to add it now, they made it real convenient. Come down to settings, go to networks, click add network, and it should, since the Polygon's big, it should add it in here, or it should give you an option to add it in here automatically. So if I wanted Palm on there, I would just click add. For you, Polygon should be in this list. And if not, I think you can search here and pop it up. If for some weird reason it doesn't show up, which I'm almost positive when I added it, I came in here and just clicked one of the buttons here. I had it on my wallet before, but when I switched everything over to a ledger, obviously it wiped it out. So in the odd event that it's not here, click add network manually, add in the network name Polygon mainnet. The RPC URL is this polygon-mainnet.infura.io. Chain ID 137. MATIC, of course, is the currency symbol. So anyway, you can add that manually, but it will probably let you do it automatically. Once that's done, you're set, and then you just have to get some MATIC. Now, a couple ways you can do it. I've used changenow.io a ton of times. I had a bunch of BUSD, or not a bunch, at least a decent amount of BUSD in one of my wallets, and I actually just wanted to switch it over. So all I did is come in here and I said, hey, I'm gonna take my BUSD. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. I'm gonna swap that over for MATIC on Polygon. So I had about 2 BNBs worth of BUSD, so that was right around 600 bucks. So that's basically what I transferred over. It's gonna give me 605. You click exchange. Once you do that, and this is just if you want to use that one, you can buy MATIC straight off the market. This is just what I did because I had a little bit of money sitting there and I didn't want to go buy fresh off the market. I figured I would just convert it. So if you've never used this before, really easy to use. I don't know if 100% if it's like the best fees, but I've used it 1,000 times and it's really convenient for me, and it allows me to change anything. If I want to take Ethereum that's on the Ethereum mainnet and move it over to BEP20 so I can stake that in the animal farm, I would just do that here. I would just select Ethereum up here on ERC20. Then I'd make this one Ethereum on BEP20. I put in the wallet that I want it to go to, which of course is my address. I hit next, and then it'll just let me know where I need to send the 600 so it can convert it. So pretty simple. If you guys have questions on that, I'll let you know, or please let me know down below in the comments, and I would, of course, would be happy to answer them. So assuming that you're past this part, MetaMask is set up. You went out and got some MATIC. You purchased it fresh off the market, or you got some BNB that you want to convert, or whatever other cryptocurrency. We're now assuming that you actually have that MATIC in your wallet and you're ready to invest. To do that, you're just going to come to the main website. Of course, you'll highlight, put in whatever amount you want to. For me, earlier I put in 600 MATIC. There is the fee to get in. So I'm actually going to deposit just a little bit more to try to bump this up to 600. Let me quickly set up the ledger. All right, once that's set up, you just click buy beans, confirm it in MetaMask, tell the ledger everything is all good, and it will make that deposit for me. Okay, as you can see, I got 604 in here now. As I mentioned, this launched just a few minutes ago, so if you get in now, you'll be very, very early. Anyway, if you've watched any of my other videos, you understand the basic mechanics of what baked beans is. Of course, purple beans is going to be the same because it's a fork. There's a couple key differences. The percentages are a little bit different. It's 6 to 9%. 9% is only if you have like a ton of referrals. So let's just consider ourselves getting 6%, 3% deposit, 3% withdrawal fee. Let's go over to the white paper. And like with all miners, your initial deposit is locked, and then you're earning the daily ROI. Minimum deposit's 10 MATIC, minimum rebake is 5 MATIC. So basically you've got to accumulate like roughly $5 in rewards to be able to cycle it. Can't deposit more than 100,000. So for some of you guys, that's frustrating, but it is what it is. And then the max withdrawal is 300%. So I put in roughly $600 here. $1,800 is the max I can pull out. Max. Doesn't matter how many referrals I get. Doesn't matter how often I compound. None of that matters. I can only pull out 3x whatever I actually put in. So once I get to the point where I start pulling profits, I'll probably put a little bit back in. That way I can extend out my 300% just to see how far this thing goes. You guys know how these miners are. You kind of got to be diligent. It's ideal to get in early and then follow the rules so you can make as much as possible. Anyway, moving on. This is way too big. For the fees, I guess on the deposit fee, 1% goes to dev, 2 marketing, and the opposite on the withdrawal. So that's fine. Obviously, marketing is helpful because it brings more people into the project. More people, the better. How you want the highest TVL possible if you can. And then the dev fee's making the dev's making a total of 3%. So that's not outside of the norm. That's pretty decent. This contract is audited. It is immutable. And I do know one of the members of the team, so that's what kind of made me feel a little bit more confident. This is my opinion, but I don't think this is going to be a rug pull. I think this is going to be a standard miner contract, and I think it's going to operate exactly like we've seen baked beans operate. So that makes me feel decent. Referral system, you got to get a bunch of referrals if you want to increase your percentages. And these referrals don't count unless it's like at least 150 MATIC. So since some people don't like to transact on the Polygon network, I don't think referrals for anybody in this protocol will be like super high. But maybe you've got, you know, friends and family who are like super Polygon maxis and they want to jump in, and you will be one of the guys that, you know, gets one of these higher percentages. But again, don't forget, no matter how many people you bring in, it's not going to increase. You can only, it's not going to increase what you're able to take in the end. You can only take 3x whatever you put in. The only thing referrals do is it just speeds up the process for you. So when you claim, your claims are a little bit bigger, but you have to redeposit to make more money. So just be aware that that's how the protocols work. And honestly, that's fair. It makes it so influencers who get a ton of referrals, they don't end up making more money strictly off the back of your referrals. All it does is kind of speed up the process for them a little bit. So very important. If you're not in the other baked beans one and you're thinking about getting in this one because you like MATIC, pay attention to the days that you can claim with no fees. So once you make your initial deposit, the clock starts. Making a new deposit does not change that. The only thing that changes that timer back to 0 is when you actually claim or eat your beans. If you claim or eat your beans on day 1, you're gonna take a 90% loss. So don't do that unless you absolutely have to. Day 2, it's 80, day 3, it's 70, and so on. You want to claim and incur no loss on roughly day 10, which is really between day 9 and day 10. So the most important thing is these hours. Let me move my face because this is important. These hours are all that's important right here. You want to claim between hour 216 and hour 240. So if you go over to the deal here, right now, I'm 2 hours and 5 minutes in. So I will not be claiming until that says at least 216, 217, 218. I'm probably gonna write it closer to the end and claim somewhere between 230 and 240. I won't write it right to the end because that's a little bit too risky for me. I don't want it to roll back into day 11, which would put me back up into basically day 1, the 90% loss. So pay attention to that, you know, watch the clock, maybe set yourself a timer of like, hey, you know, on this day, you got a little calendar invite or a timer or whatever that it goes off and say, hey, it's your time to eat your purple beans. And good luck explaining that timer or that calendar invite to your boss, your significant other, anyone else in your family. They will not understand why you need to eat purple beans Thursday at 4 p.m. So anyway, simple. If you claim outside of that window, that tax is going to go into a giveaway wallet, which they can do some additional marketing, some givebacks, contests, all that type of stuff. So it's good that it's going somewhere, but in my opinion, just try to claim between hours 216, 240. Don't pay any additional tax. Get yourself to ROI. And then once you're at least at the break-even point, then it's time to celebrate and do your thing. And if you want to donate to the giveaway wallet or you want to cash out early or whatever, you can certainly do that. So that's it. Pretty simple. Nothing groundbreaking here. Very, very much like the Baked Beans version 2 contract with just a couple little difference. It's audited, solid team, just on the Polygon network. So if you're interested in earning MATIC, this may be the play for you. I'll put a link to the site down below. At the bottom is where I found that white paper. So let me just show you real quick. It's this one, that's the PDF. And the PDF also has links to the Telegram, the website, audit, contract, all that type of stuff, so you can check it out. So feel free to join my Telegram, join their Telegram. I'm sure they'll be posting announcements and all the cool stuff that's going on. So that's what it is. If you think MATIC is gonna 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x like I do, this could be a good play for you. Again, there's risk here. So if you're not interested in taking any risk and you just never want to lose, then don't get into anything, because DeFi is super risky. Inevitably, something you get in will lose. But I like this one. I feel solid about it. I've made my deposit, and that, my friends, is purple beans. If you're into it, check it out. If you got any questions, ask in the comments. Happy investing.